Hey guys, this is Alan Matthews from the Classical Guitar Shed. And today I'd like to share with you a little trick. It's not really a trick, but a technique that has made a huge difference in my playing. Really noticeable. People have commented on it repeatedly. Most people don't know how to put it into words, what they're hearing, but it just works with them. And this thing called the long short. This was showed to me by my musical coach, Mark Westcott, who's a phenomenal concert pianist. And this comes from the piano tradition. Don't hear about it a lot in guitar, but it's made a huge difference in my playing, so I'd love to share it with you. It goes like this. The long short is when we have a long note followed by a series of shorter notes, 3 or more. So let's just say that this is our line right here. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1. This is our rhythm. And the melody could be doing anything. These could be going up or down. It doesn't really matter for this right here. So what the long short is, let me grab a color here, is this note right here. This is the short note after the long note. And what we do here is the volume of this note is determined by the decay of this note. This is starting to sound scientific, I know. Basically, you want to listen to this note, listen to how soft it is, and play this note at that volume. When this note dies to this point in time, this one picks up. Oftentimes, because the notes on the guitar die so quickly, it just means playing this note very quietly, and that'd be a place to start. It's just whenever you have a long note and then 3 or more short notes after it, play the very first one very quietly. After that, these 3 notes can then move forward toward the over the bar right here. So these are going forward. They're going that way, and that propels the music forward. And what this does, it kind of keeps the ball in the air, because whenever we actually, oftentimes you hear players like accenting this note. And so if we accented this note, if we put a big accent right there, then what happens is it stops. The action stops. It goes, and this note plays dum, and then we're going to start over, ba da 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 dum. And so if we actually do that, we haven't created a continuous line across here. What we've done is stopped the action. And so what we want to do is dun dum dun dun dum boom. So we actually move forward instead of stopping and starting back over. And this is what the long short is all about. Let's look at a example in a piece of music. You should just go through, you can just go through whatever you're working on and look for examples of this. This is the Courant from the first cello suite, Bach's first cello suite. So what we're going to do is we're just going to look. We're going to disregard these notes down here for now, the bass notes, and just look at stems up the melody line. Up stems melody line. So here's a long note followed by a bunch of short notes. Long note, short notes, long note, short notes. So this is a classic example of the long short right here. So then this would be our long short. That's tied back to that, which means that that decrescendos to there. I actually kind of went a little bit far with that. Let's do this right here. This note decrescendos to there, and then these go forward to there, boom, to there, and that could just crescendo if you like it to it. Same thing here, that decrescendos to that one, and then can go forward. This one, those two are tied together with the long short, which means that decrescendos to there, and then these go forward. And by going forward, I mean just continuing the action as best you can to actually lead to that note. One of the things that I use a lot are words whenever I'm kind of going through and working on it. So I'd say long note to here, and then for all of these from here on, I would say something like da da, and then to here for the last 3 notes. I'd say something like, and then to here. So kind of just bring that forward in my mind so that I know exactly where I'm going and can keep the direction instead of just note, 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 note. then actually there's a direction with it. Just like in a sentence, we'd say something like, after this, I'm going to go to the, and then you wouldn't stop there. You'd stop at there. I'm going to go to the store or wherever. And so you want to make this as vocal as possible by decrescendoing to that note. This is the long short. Of course, there are many ways that people do this, and if you're really attached to the way that you're already doing it, then by all means, keep doing it the way that you'd always done it. But if you'd like to make some difference in your playing or like to try something new, this is a great thing to try. It's made a huge difference in my playing, and I'm happy to be able to share it with you. So thanks so much for watching. If you'd like to subscribe to this channel, that'd be pretty awesome. You could see more of these videos whenever I come out with them. You can check the little email box, and you'll get actually a little note in your email saying whenever I upload a new one. You can also watch these other videos of tutorials about things like this. Well, thanks so much. Cheers.